Hi. Some of you are asking me whether my Rahu is very good because I'm communicating through YouTube. So, answer is many of my planets are good. But is it possible that anyone's horoscope, many of the planets are good? Yes, it is possible. And in everyone's horoscope, something or other is bad. If we study a horoscope with Ashtakarga, then there is a balance. Some house will be excellent, some will be average, some are below average, and there are some people who are having average Ashtakarga in all the houses. They face literally very less trouble in their life. They don't have high and low. They have very smooth life, and they think they don't understand others' trouble because they have a very smooth and average life, so they are jealous of others success, and they don't understand anyone's trouble as they have not seen much trouble. Now what about successful people who has many attractive aspects of life? They are having very high ashtavarga in some of the houses and very low in some of the others. Like one example, Rajiv Gandhi was having very high Ashtavarga in 11th house and very low in 12th. So he has a very high achievement naturally, being Prime Minister, and very sudden death. 11th is achievement, 12 is leaving. Okay, loss, leaving, any kind of, it can be monetary loss in for hospitalization, or it can be done, whatever. So if we consider the horoscope like that, through the Ashtagargas, then it is like that. And if you read one horoscope with planetary positions, then definitely some are having Dhanu Yoga, Lakshmi Yoga, Saraswati Yoga, falana falana, etc. etc. Some are not having all those good yogas and all. But whether you have a good yoga or a bad yoga, it is up to you how much tolerant you will be towards the bad yoga, and how you will learn how fast, so that you can take out something important from that bad yoga. Okay. So Viparit Yoga is there, and so many other yogas are there. I'm not discussing anything in particular about a any one yoga or something like that. Today's uh, topic is, it's uh, about me. I want to tell few things about any horoscope which are not average. People who are having, like Rajiv Gandhi, there are all famous people, all famous people are having some house which is very high, supported by many planets, and there are some houses not supported by any planets, or the planets who are supporting that particular house is very weak. What happens in the life of famous people? So few things in of their life are very much visible, attractive, but few other aspect of their life are very dull, very painful, something like that. So some person can have high achievement, but that same person can have many setbacks in life. Many you have seen who are having very bad personal life, but they have many achievement in their job. Okay, some you will see that they have many hardship in their job, but their personal life is so good that people are jealous. Okay, So about me, I was born in a very average family. I grew up in a quarter with single bedroom, very average family. Even the balcony was not covered; it was open. Not balcony, sorry, the dining space was open, and it was one of the cold city. So open dining space in a cold city is very difficult. We grew up like that only. We had specific amount of food, very less, but my father always tried his best to provide uh, very nutritious one. Like one fruit a day was mandatory. So it can be the cheapest fruit. Two, three vegetables per day was mandatory. Might be. No, it was not cheap. My father used to bring expensive vegetables also. So you might be thinking that expensive means capsicum and broccoli and something like that. But it's not capsicum or broccoli. These things were very expensive in that particular city, and we never had capsicum broccoli kind of thing. Hardly we had. Capsicum was very rare because it was really very expensive. So for us expensive vegetable means parval was expensive. Okay, like gobi in summer season during my birthday. My father used to, it is in summer, so my father used to bring uh, gobi even in summer because I loved it. Okay, average background with very balanced quality of food. In every meal there was vegetable. In every meal there were dal, vegetable means protein was there and vegetables were there in every meal. It was not like that ki one time I am eating dal chawal or dal roti. It never happened. Whatever the amount was fixed because my father could not provide us huge amount. And when I was 15, 16 years old, I told that if I like someone to get married, only then I will get married. It's not like that ki my all of my friends are getting married, so I'll also get married. My parents were also not like that. They knew it very well that marriage is nothing mandatory. If someone wants to get married and live with someone, only then person should get married. It was my philosophy, and it was philosophy of my parents. So they also got convinced and all. And when I was 25, I liked someone. When I was 31, I got married. My son was born when I was 36. It was a huge struggle because we got married at the age of, I got married at the age of 30, 31. But me and my husband, I was working, intermittently I was working, and after that I cracked competitive and went to BHU for research. After I went there for research, we got married. After marriage, my husband was working in some village for rural development, and I was there in hostel studying, doing PhD. So, yes, my mom was very strict. We were working on drinking water. My subject is zoology. We worked on pollution, noise pollution and water pollution, impact of noise and water pollution on the health of human being. We worked on that. And it was a very tough one because it had lab work as well as survey work, and my mother ma'am never liked the survey being done by some official. She always wanted research scholar should do the survey himself herself. So my life was always tough, and I am really very proud that I led a very tough life throughout my life. So we had to walk Varanasi. I was in BHU for research, and if you lived in Varanasi, you know that the temperature during summer can be 46, even 45, 46, even higher than that. And in that temperature, we used to do survey, because survey was throughout the year, alternate day. It was alternate day, or sometimes every day. It was very tough, and the skin will crack in summer days. We will take a towel or dupatta, cotton dupatta, or boys used to take towel, completely wet in water, and wrap it. And whenever in between we will get some tap or some hand pump, we'll again make that dupatta wet and wrap it again. So this was for very tough for summer, and for winter, definitely it was a harsh winter, and it is very good to walk during the winter days. So I did my PhD from Hindu University, Banaras Hindu University, BHU. I did my music in hometown only, but the final exam was in Kolkata, and I stood first. I was a gold medalist, you can say. I was a topper from a very famous singer. Who was the examiner? Shuchitra Mitra was the examiner, and she was quite pleased, and I got quite a high marks in the practical exam of music. After that, I learned classical music, South Indian classical and North Indian classical, both for just few years. In different times, I learned Hindustani classical with my child, with my son, for few years, 2 3 years. After that, he was preparing for entrance, medical entrance. So uh, he was in class 8th onwards, stopped learning music or karate and all those things, stopped learning, and he was preparing for entrance, and so we stopped all these things. And about hobby, I have various hobbies. I definitely like to read books, but I like to read textbooks more. Textbook means when I was a masters, I just loved to read. Not in masters, I think when I was in class 4, I started reading reference books along with textbook, and I used to do it alone. If I'm not understanding few things in the reference book, I will ask my mother, but most of the time I used to read it several times, and gradually I used to understand what it is written there. So writing question answer from reference book from class 4 alone is something very unique. I think I was always a very diligent student, and it was not being forced by someone. My mother used to bring the books, I used to study. And hobby, I love textbooks more. I really love I like the novels kind of things also. Nowadays I love spiritual books or astrology books more. And about novels, I cannot complete novels because I read 50 pages, and after that I feel that I can write better. Although I don't have time to write better, you can hear about the howl, the dogs. I become a rescuer. It was my childhood dream to be a rescuer, and I have at this time I have 4 5 dogs at home. But sometimes I had 8 9 dogs also, injured dogs with some trouble, and I brought them. They got them treated, and then they got cured, and after that I left them outside. And some of the dogs, they sit near my door at night. There are some who sits near my main door during the daytime also, whom I picked up from road when they were injured, and I got them treated, kept them for 2 months, 3 months, and did all kind of seva. So that is one of my very passionate hobby. And I love knitting, I love embroidery, I love crochet, I love reading, I already told, I love music. Means these are the things I did and I understand. I love astrology from I was 12 years old. I'm reading numerology, astrology, palmistry, and all different kind of things. I had many hobbies. Hobbies are most important thing in my life. And oh, sorry, I love cooking also. I cannot imagine that the servant is cooking. Oh, forgot to tell. Till the age of 55, I mostly never had a servant. Rarely I had servant for sometimes few months or something like that. And after 55, as I'm a rescuer, I fell down several times while taking the dogs out for walk. Like the neighbors are very irritated if I take them out in the evening or afternoon because they are also there. So after all of them sleep, go to bed at 11 o'clock night, I used to take the dogs out, and definitely it's dark outside, and several times I fell down, gradually injured many of the ligaments, and damaged so many things, and doctor prescribed me you have to keep servant. So at the age of 56, I decided to keep servant. Even then, as a healer, I will tell I tell my students, all my students, never ever keep a servant to cook. Cooking should be done by yourself only. For me, cooking, washing is done by me myself. Buying vegetables, washing, cleaning, everything, because I love cooking. Now I love to do grocery. There are so many things I love. I think most of the things I love. Yes, one thing I don't like. I don't like to meet people. I rarely meet people, rarely. If I go through the horoscope and it is okay to meet, only then I meet. I have not seen 90% of my clients ever. Neither I am interested to see uh, most of them. Being a healer, I have restrictions, many restrictions. I was non vegetarian as a Bengali, but before being a healer, professional healer, I became vegetarian. Now it's a very tough transition period when I'm trying my best to be vegan. Being vegan, and after that, how to replace milk, nutrients present in the milk, how to replace nutrients present in the non-veg, and all these things. These are tough because you are habituated in something till the age of 50, till the age of 45, and suddenly then you change. That's difficult. uh, in my profession, I don't want any kind of like fight about all these things, that which spiritual guru takes non-veg, or which spiritual guru do whatever things. Whatever my teacher taught me to be vegan, and really I'm taking long time to be vegan. I turned vegetarian immediately to become a healer, but veganism is taking long time, like 7 8 9 10 years it is taking. Very slowly I'm adapting, because suddenly one day you leave chicken, mutton, fish, eggs, milk product card, everything, then suddenly it is very 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 uh, confusing what to eat. Vegetables I always loved. Vegetables are tons of and tons of vegetables I love to eat, but there are so many restrictions. If you eat this kind of vegetable more, then this kind of disease can happen. Yesterday only I came to know that if someone takes too much of cabbage, cauliflower, and cruciferous vegetables like radish and nol coal and all these things, turnip, too much, like every day you eat one of them, then you might grow the trouble with hypothyroidism and all. So there are so many things. You cannot eat huge amount of protein. I hate proteins. You cannot take a single kind of vegetable every day. So many different restrictions are there. There are so many things I love, but I don't like to meet people. I already told you. Rarely I meet people. Like the people with who takes alcohol, I try my best not to meet ever to them. People who takes non-vegetarian, so many, being a Bengali, so many, most of my known people are non-vegetarian, so I meet with them but for short time, and rarely I meet, very rare I meet. uh, and about character also, so many restrictions are there because it is always told when the windows are open, windows of a room is open, then and it is stormy outside, so all the dirt will come inside house. So it is always told when you are working on your chakras, and if your chakras are open, even some of the chakras are open, and all the dirt from outside come inside. So if you are working on your chakras, it is better to restrict yourself extremely, to keep yourself safe simply. And if you are not safe, you can never be a healer. For being a professional healer, you have to be safe yourself. So if you mix up with a drunk person, that person will drain you from your positive energy. Same is true for non-vegetarian and everything. And I think I told you enough about myself, my hobbies, and my journey. Bye. Have a nice time.